thinking, which he wrote under the headline of 2014, the year of disruption to traditional business. And he's here to talk about that article and all the disruption to traditional business. How are you, Nick?
Yeah, good morning, Rod. Good morning to your listeners.
Happy Christmas and a great New Year to you, mate.
To you too, to you and everyone.
2014, traditional business on the skids, largely, due to all these new technologies.
Well, it's not so much. In 2014, we heard the word disruption a lot. It's disruptive technology, disruptive business models, and it seems to be a word that was really overused in 2014. It was a word that we heard all the time, but it's not really that brand new. Disruptive technology, disruptive businesses have been something that we've been using since since the early days of work and business. Even back to the Industrial Revolution, we're always trying to find better ways to improve our services and products, to make it easier, to make it cheaper. And it just seemed that disruptive technology was used quite a lot during 2014, and particularly when we heard services like Uber, Gumtree or Airbnb. These were particular businesses that have been very disruptive to traditional business models.
Yeah, I've certainly known about Gumtree and Uber. I haven't tried Uber. You have. We'll talk about that in a moment. But what is Airbnb? What's that about, that business?
Well, Airbnb started out back in 2008. It was an idea in San Francisco. They needed to put more lodgings, more rooms in San Francisco. There was a very much a hotel room shortage. And what the platform for there was an online site where people could give up their rooms and just say, well, look, a bit some people might refer to as couch surfing. You can come in and stay with us for a day. It might only cost you a fraction of the cost it would be for a hotel room, but it almost turned every single person into a hotelier. Now, as a result, Airbnb has over 800,000 listings internationally, and there's not many people that you'll speak to today that haven't tried it out. It's a fantastic way to go away and see the world, or even see people locally. There's a lot of businesses and there's a lot of rooms, even to the people that are listening today, that will have one of their rooms up on Airbnb, and it just adds a little bit, gives a little bit of income to a house, or just allows you to move more freely around the world without paying the big hotel costs.
Okay, Airbnb. That's Airbnb. Back to Uber. It's kind of brand new here in Perth. There's been a lot of debate about it. About is it safe, is it legal, and all that sort of stuff. You've actually used Uber. Will you continue to use Uber as opposed to the cab industry?
Oh, look, I'm at odds with myself there. I like Uber, but I don't actually like the fact that it does operate outside of the law. The whole thing is that Uber is clean. It's very quick. It's very fast, and it has catered for a market that hasn't actually been working very well. Now, I love my taxi drivers. I think taxi drivers do a great job, but there is a lot of complaints around the cleanliness, the timeliness, the availability, whereas Uber has been brought into, not just here in Australia, right around the world, as a way of relieving some of that sort of stress that is on a business that is not working very well. The whole point I wrote around the article for the year of disruption is that if everything was working, if the products and services that were working well, there would be no need for disruptive technology like Uber. So they've come in and filled a gap where it wasn't working very well. So this is something here. Uber works well. It's clean, it's safe, and quite frankly, it's very quick. I passed a big queue going that were lining up for cabs, had ordered my Uber over my smartphone and got there within a couple of minutes, as opposed to waiting another half hour, 45 minutes in the cab queue. So it's quick, it's fast, and it's convenient.
Is it safe, though? You suggest it is?
Well, look, that's the whole thing, isn't it? And that's what the taxi industry is up in arms about. It's not regulated, and we'll probably see our first case in the media very, very soon where something has gone wrong. But up to this point, they seem to be doing it very well. The whole idea, though, again, it's just a platform to be able to get from A to B. And if A to B was working well, this kind of technology or disruptive technology, it wouldn't work, because it's no point trying to fix something that's not broke.
You mentioned Gumtree as another technology business. I love Gumtree. I think it's terrific for selling and also buying stuff. Are you a gummy?
Oh, I am indeed, Rod. And look, the most amazing thing, look, Gumtree's been around for a long, long time. And I suppose the days back, Rod, where we used to, ring up our newspaper and put an ad into the classifieds, it would cost us a pretty penny to put an ad up. And I used to love listening to Buy, Swap and Sell on 6PR. It was always a great little listen. But the reality is now, I mean, Gumtree is so quick, easy. You can sell just about everything, and it doesn't cost a great deal. In fact, in most cases, it costs nothing. And you can get rid of just about any bit of junk. One person's junk's another person's treasure, and it works very well. So the days of classifieds, and you can understand why newspapers do get a little upset where this was a major revenue stream for them. It now is something there that's only a couple of pages long. And realestate.com.au, that changed the way that we list our houses for sale. All those little different technology platforms have come in to make it a little bit better, a little bit easier. And that, again, is probably the whole point of the article, is that we shouldn't be trying to fight the technology. We should be trying to embrace it.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Nice to talk to you. Great article, and all the best for 2015 with the Media Stable.
Good on you, Rod. Thanks very much.
Well, by Nic Hayes, Managing Director of the Media Stable, and 2014, under the headline of his article, The Year of Disruption to Traditional Business. And also in Nic's article, he talks about the pencil in the voting procedure. The technology is already out there, as Nic said, to eliminate human error and the lost WA Senate ballot papers. Now it's just a matter of who will have the courage at the Australian Electoral Commission to say, yep, online voting works. Let's do it.
You're listening to the Weekend Wake Up for Property.